Good Friday morning. I'm meteorologist Jeff Gerber. Thanks for joining our weather stream this morning. We do them every morning, Monday through Friday, 11:30 to 11:45. Give you a good look at the weather, what's going on, what we can expect for this weekend. Also, what we're looking at for next week. We'll take a look at the tropics for this morning. And of course, we'll be taking a look at the radar. There's been some scattered rain around southeast Texas already this morning. Expect more to continue as we go through the afternoon and even into the early part of this evening. We're expecting to see some showers and thunderstorms popping up across the area. All right, the rest of the day forecast, we'll go with about a 40% coverage through a good portion of the afternoon, and that could go as high as 50 to 60% by, say, 5 or 6 o'clock for this evening. Temperatures pretty much into the 80s through the afternoon with the cloud cover and the rain. We might get to 90 in a few spots thanks to a little less rain, a little bit more sunshine. And we're looking at temperatures by 10 o'clock to be in the upper 70s. Don't expect much rain to be sticking around by 10 o'clock. Radar should be fairly dry. We might see a couple of coastal showers. Allergy report about the same as what we saw yesterday. Low on weed, mold is medium, and there's nothing to talk about as far as tree and grass right now. So they're both at 0. All right, let's take a look outside. Let's go through some of these cameras. Some of them show a little rain. Some of them show just partly cloudy or mostly cloudy skies. We'll start off here at Packer La Prairie in downtown Beaumont on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, where temperatures were into the lower 80s. And here we are at the 12 News studio, and we can see a little blue out there. We're seeing, I would still call it mostly cloudy skies, but there is a little blue. I haven't seen a whole lot of rain here at the television station for this morning. It's been pretty dry. And you can see I-10's going along pretty smoothly, so no problems here in Beaumont as far as dealing with the rain. If you're going out for the lunch hour, I think you'll be fine. I don't see any immediate rain popping up right over here in Beaumont. Now, Orange and Port Arthur might be a little bit different story, and the lakes area also looks fairly dry, but at least here in Beaumont, I think if you're running out to grab a bite to eat for lunch, you'll be okay. I don't see any immediate rain. Here's Lake Charles, and of course it's raining, as we have rain on the camera there as we look down towards the port of Lake Charles. But they've been getting some rain here over the last couple of hours in Lake Charles on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. You can see the drips and drops there across the camera lens as they're getting a pretty good little shower or thunderstorm over in the lakes area in southwest Louisiana. And we'll all continue to see, I think, some scattered showers from time to time throughout the day. We're going about 60% coverage for today throughout not only our area, but probably over there towards southwest Louisiana. We're going to see about the same coverage, if not, might not maybe be a little bit more. All right, look at here. Here's Jasper. Like I said, the lakes area hadn't seen much rain today. There's been a few showers up there, but here's a look right now at Jasper, and there's some blue skies, some sunshine there. This camera brought to you by Provalis as we look down the streets there of Jasper on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. So not looking too bad up in Jasper right now. And when I show you the radar here in a second, you can see that there's really no big threat of rain up there. We saw one little shower north of Jasper earlier, but that's been about it. And dry conditions if you're heading out to lunch up in the lakes there, at least towards Jasper, over towards Newton or Woodville. Nothing to worry about as far as any rain coming in for the lunch hour, kind of slowing you down. Now, Port Arthur's been a different story. Been getting some rain down there for this morning. Rain gauge is not showing up here, but we have been seeing some rain in Port Arthur. This camera brought to you by Market Basket, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, currently showing 83 down there, and southwesterly winds at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. But it's a little damp down in Port Arthur. We've had some rain earlier this morning. We had some showers and thunderstorms kind of move in off the coast, and some of that rain working up towards the Port Arthur area for say mid-morning hours. And when we get around, I think the next camera is Orange. Orange is the one that's been getting probably the most rain this morning of anywhere across southeast Texas. So I think picking up about 3/4 of an inch, if not a little bit more than that. Here we go. Here's Orange, and you can see 8/10 of an inch of rain, and definitely wet roadways there in Orange at the Horseman's Western store. Had a couple of little thunderstorms move through there, so picking up a good amount of rain on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. And because of the rain, the temperatures there are in the 70s, 77 right now. And we're seeing a little bit of a northwesterly wind, about 6 to 7 miles per hour. But you can see this one particular thunderstorm's kind of sliding out of the way, so hopefully you dry out a little bit. But be careful if you're traveling through Orange, maybe heading towards Lake Charles. Give yourself a little extra time. Roadways might be a little wet to deal with as you move over toward that part of southeast Texas. And you can kind of see where the rain has been this morning. It's been down towards Port Arthur and Orange, where we're still in the 70s right now. Officially 77 out of the Jack Brooks Regional Airport in Port Arthur, and then 77 in Orange. 80 right now in Beaumont, 83 in Silsbee, where we've been seeing some of that sunshine and not so much rain. Look at this, 88 right now in Jasper, 87 in Woodville, and then Kirbyville. I don't think that's updated yet. Temperature right 78, but we have been seeing some rain up towards Kirbyville. Matter of fact, there's some rain right now, so maybe that temperature is correct with the rain falling in Kirbyville. They're looking at temperatures right now into the upper 70s. And I take that back, there is some rain up towards the lakes area. This kind of developed here over the last few minutes or so. We have a pretty good little downpour here to the north and west of Jasper and extending up into Sabine County there, a little bit of a thunderstorm. So there is a little bit of rain up in the lakes. Tyler County, you're pretty quiet. Hardin County as well. Not much going on right now. And Jefferson County also, with the exception of maybe a little bit of rain down towards the coast, we're not seeing too much. It's really Orange County, down towards or up towards central parts of Jasper, Newton, and it looks like now we're starting to see some development up there just north of Jasper, some pretty heavy rain there. So if you're heading north out of Jasper, be careful. There's some pretty heavy rain there. We'll zoom in down here a little bit around the triangle. You can see Beaumont's pretty quiet right now. Orange still getting some of that rain. Like I said, we're on the tail end of that one thunderstorm. We have another thunderstorm sliding up close to Deweyville there. Port Arthur looks pretty quiet now. So still a lot of rain to deal with, I think, through the afternoon, and we're still going to see some more rain. If you haven't gotten any rain yet, you'll probably see some later on this afternoon, or there'll be some rain probably close to you. Some of this activity over towards southwest Louisiana is very heavy for this morning. We have a couple of thunderstorms over here towards the Lake Charles area. But yeah, we're not done with the rain. We're going to see things kind of bubble up throughout the afternoon and going into the early evening. So there'll be scattered showers and thunderstorms as we go throughout the day. And you can kind of see definitely a lot more rain over towards southwest Louisiana than we have here in southeast Texas. Some of this moisture coming in off the Gulf, and quite a bit of rain through Cameron Parish, looks like over towards Calcasieu Parish, Beauregard Parish. And we've been seeing spotty showers pop up here and there. Like I said, we've had some of those heavier showers and thunderstorms through Sabine Pass, up into Port Arthur, and also up into sections of Orange. Haven't seen too much around Beaumont. We've been seeing some spotty showers at best through Tyler County and then also Hardin County over the last 3 hours. So they're going to kind of bubble up and pop up here and there as we go through the rest of the day. Keep the umbrella handy. Like I said, though, right now, at least here in Beaumont, there's really not much out there right now. So if you're going out to lunch here, I think you'll be okay for the next hour or so. Woodville looks like you're going to be okay for lunch as things look quiet there. Jasper, okay, but this stuff is trying to creep southward, it looks like. So you might run into some rain around the lunch hour here. And Newton looks okay over there. A couple of showers starting to pop up towards Burkeville up there. So keep the umbrella handy. You might need it from time to time. All right, here's the setup. We have a stationary front just to our north. This has actually been moving a little bit. It's trying to push down towards the coast. We have this weak leftover front that's kind of hanging out near the Gulf, and that's what's creating some showers and thunders. Both these together is kind of keeping that moisture overhead, so it's very muggy out there, and we're seeing the showers and thunderstorms. Good news is once this front starts to push a little bit farther out into the Gulf, that should bring in some drier air starting tomorrow late in the day and keep it here through about Sunday into Monday, and that will keep rain out of the forecast completely. And it'll be hot, but at least we'll get the rain out of here, a little less humidity, especially as we head towards, looks like Sunday morning, maybe Monday morning. Around the rest of the state, pretty quiet. We've had some scattered showers over rain over towards the Houston area as well. South Texas looks pretty quiet. West Texas also very quiet for this Friday. As we check out what's going on around the rest of the country, we'll take a quick look around. You can see the scattered showers here over coastal waters of Texas and Louisiana. We also have some showers and thunderstorms. Looks like some pretty heavy rains through South Dakota this morning. They've died down as they slipped over into parts of Minnesota, but still some scattered showers, Nebraska, South Dakota for this morning. Intermountain West and West Coast looking quiet, no problems there. As we take a look towards the East Coast, if you can see it on the edge of your screen, there goes our hurricane, and it continues to spin away from the East Coast, but still they're going to be dealing with some high surf, maybe a few riptides there along the East Coast, so they're still asking people to stay away from the water. If you're heading maybe that way for the weekend, maybe have something to do along the beach or whatever, be very careful. Make sure you follow all the signs and stay out of the water if you have to. But there are getting some scattered showers now over towards the Carolinas. Florida looks fairly wet this morning with scattered showers and thunderstorms there across the Florida Peninsula. Looks like the Midwest, Kansas, St. Louis, Kansas City, Oklahoma City, Little Rock, all getting dry weather out there this morning, pretty sunny weather. All right, here's our futurecast. Futurecast shows more scattered showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. They continue to develop, I think, through probably about mid-evening and then eventually start to die down. Overnight, we could see maybe a couple of coastal showers, 20-30% chance of seeing something like that going into Saturday morning. It's going to be into the 70s tomorrow morning, lower 70s at that. And then as we get into tomorrow afternoon, I only expect in a couple isolated showers. That's going to be near that front, near the coast. So we'll go about 30% for tomorrow. And then as we head into Sunday, we're taking the rain out of the forecast. Let's go out to the Atlantic real quick and take a look at our potential tropical formations. And we have one that's kind of following the footsteps of the last one. It continues to kind of work its way towards the north. And they've got a good chance of maybe some development here. And we'll see, but it's going to stay away from the East Coast. This is going to stay out in the Atlantic. We don't have to worry about that. And then we have another disturbance down here that was looking a little bit better a couple of days ago. Now it's looking a little ragged. Matter of fact, they've dropped the formation chances down to 50%. It was 60%. And none of the computer models really indicating that this is going to turn into really some kind of a tropical system, tropical storm or a hurricane or anything like that. So we'll continue to watch this. But right now it's not really high on the radar as far as being concerned about something. So we'll continue to watch this, but like I said, it's not going into a real favorable environment for it to continue to develop, if it develops at all. So we'll keep an eye on it, but it doesn't look like a big deal right now as far as that second one is concerned. Along our coast today, a northeasterly wind changing out of the east this afternoon, 5 to 10 knots, seas about a foot. Next high tide is 2:14 this afternoon. Our sun sets at 7:49. Right now off Texas Point, we're seeing a west-southwesterly wind at 3 to 6. Water temperature there into the upper 80s. Look for mostly smooth conditions on the inland lakes and bays, except near some of those thunderstorms where the winds and the waves could come a little bit choppy. All right, our forecast for today, we'll go 50-60% coverage of scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. Temperature is going to be upper 80s, lower 90s. I should have flipped this to have the 90s towards the lakes where they haven't seen as much rain, and then the upper 80s down here around the triangle where we've been seeing a little bit more in the way of rain. So upper 80s, lower 90s possible today with northeasterly winds. For tonight, I'll put in a 30% chance of showers throughout the area. I think probably if we see the most concentrated stuff will be probably close to the coast where those fronts are, depending on how quickly those front kind of slides down towards the coast. But overnight, we shouldn't see too much in the way of rain. Temperature is going to be middle to lower 70s, anywhere from around 71 towards Burkeville, Newton to maybe 75, 76 for, say, Fannette, LaBelle, Beaumont here over towards Orange would be about 74. All right, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast, and we'll go about a 30% chance of rain on Saturday. Like I said, it shouldn't be a lot, maybe an isolated shower here or there. And then Sunday and Monday, we'll go ahead and put 0 as far as rain chances. We haven't seen that a lot lately. Temperature is going to be in the middle 90s, 95 for Saturday. Monday will be 96. Now, heat index will be around 100. It won't be that much higher thanks to a little bit less moisture in the atmosphere, a little bit drier. So that's going to make me feel a little bit better, but still you need to take care out in the heat. And then as we take a look at Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you can see we have rain chances there, but they're going to remain fairly low, 20-30% as we head towards next week. And rain, our afternoon highs will be generally there into the lower 90s. We're going to get ready to end the stream here in a minute or two. Let's go back to the radar real quick while we have a second and check out radar, and you can see that, like I said, the bulk of the activity right now is kind of from Jasper, Newton County down to Orange and Jefferson County.